Okay guys, so this is an opportunity for us to do some stretching, some mobility work. Even this can be used as a dynamic warm-up when you're first getting up in the morning or before you're starting a workout, or even if you just are on lunch break or finishing a long day of sitting at a desk or constantly standing, and we just need to bring some movement and some relaxation back to our bodies and to our nervous system. And so we're gonna start off with this. I'm gonna walk you through each one of the movements. This is meant to be a dynamic warm-up, so we'll go through each of the movements and then I will also run through it once just in full-time speed so that you can work through it with me. Okay, so first we're going to lay on our backs, one leg out, one leg up, and we're gonna do 10 leg raises per side. The goal here is to keep your low back touching the floor. And you're going until you feel that stretch in the hamstring. And then you take your arms out towards the T, like in a T shape, and you're gonna take the right leg and you're gonna bring that right foot to touch and get close to the left hand. If you can only get across the body, so be it, but the goal is to kind of arc and bring the hip and really get a twist in the lower back and spine to try and touch your left hand. Bring it back over, take your left foot, and reach to try and get towards that right hand. And so we're gonna move through each. I like to do 5 per side. You also want to focus on keeping your shoulders as close and touching the ground as possible so we really focus only on moving through the low back. From here, you're going to bring your heels to your glutes and do 3 glute hand bridges with a squeeze at the top. We do these for 5. And then let's do 3 rolling V's. So this is gonna be a spinal rock and then using momentum to get a stretch through the legs and to lean forward through the back. So we're gonna bring our knees towards our chest and then we're gonna kick up to a V and reach forward to touch the floor in between our feet with our hands. We're gonna rock back and forth. Reaching, going forward, rock back, and come through. Then from here, we're actually going to flip over and lay on our stomachs. So thumbs are gonna go out in front of us, feet are gonna go out long and wide behind us, and we're gonna do 3 Superman. So keep your neck neutral and lift, down. Lift and hold, down. Lift and hold, down. Then we're going to do a pec stretch. So one hand's gonna go down by your chest, one hand is going to go out, and we're going to lean back, bring that foot, again, get a twist through the back, and stretch through the front of the shoulder. We're going to switch to the other side. And you can hold these when you're doing them, but again, typically when I'm using it to wake up or to get my body moving or prepared for a workout, I will go fast and alternate side to side. So we're going to do just 3 per side. And then hands are gonna go by the chest. And for this movement, we're gonna do a cobra or a Mackenzie back extension. So the biggest goal with this is to not squeeze through the glutes and really focus on trying to keep the hips touching the floor as we breathe in and breathe out, pushing ourselves away from the ground. If you have low back pain or tenderness or disc issues, this can be a really good exercise to help pump fluid from the discs. But your hands stay close to your chest or by your shoulders. The further away, the easier it is to extend your elbows. The closer your hands are to your chest, the harder it is to keep your hips down with it. So find that sweet spot, but breathe out at the top. Sometimes I like to get a wiggle. I really make sure that I'm double checking when I'm in that extension, that I'm not squeezing my glutes and coming up like a plank or a push-up, but really just keeping those feet relaxed. So pointing the toes towards each other, that can help relax the hips and the glutes and push up. I like to do this for 3, and then sit back into child's pose. So when we're in child's pose, we're really trying to reach our hips back to our heels and reach our fingertips towards the ground, armpits towards the ground. And then we can do a stretch along the side by walking our hands towards one side and then walking and crossing over our hands to the opposite side. So this gets a nice stretch through the lats and through the side of the body and the obliques. And back to neutral. From here, we're going to send our hips back and up into downward dog. There's a lot of different things we can do with this. First, we can just focus on bringing the heels to the ground. We can also stretch out the calves by bending the knees one at a time. Here's where we can also do some inchworms, where we walk our hands towards our feet, stand up, and then we can walk ourselves back out, even doing a push-up at the bottom if we're feeling saucy. So this stretches out the back of the legs and the hamstrings as well. But if we just want to stay in downward dog, we'll really try and push our chest towards our knees. And you can rock into it like this, like from a plank to downward dog and back. And once we're done here, we're going to take our left foot and go into an extended lunge. So you're going to try and bring that left foot out by that left hand. And from here, we're going to do clockwise hip and ankle circles. And then counterclockwise. And then you're going to keep your right hand planted. Take your left arm up to the ceiling. And we're going to pretend like we're twisting a light bulb, but I want you to use your shoulder to do this. So not just rotating at the wrist, but twisting that whole shoulder. What this does is help externally rotate that shoulder. And then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're also working some balance. If you need to, you can drop your knee to the ground. But if you really want to feel a stretch in the front of the hip flexor, keep it elongated and then get the shoulder rotation and mobility. 3 to 6 twists is good. Back down. You can also drop down here and lean back to get a stretch along the back of the leg as well. And then come back to neutral, and we're going to switch it up. So now right foot is coming outside of the right hand, and we're going to do the same ankle rotations clockwise, and hip circles, and counterclockwise. We're going to do the shoulder rotations. Same thing with the other side, working a little balance. And what we can also do while we're here is think about rotating, or rather pushing the weight towards the outside of the foot and opening up that foot and that hip. We can also get real low with it here too. Bring that knee down, and you will feel a stretch along the back side of the glute. I'm going to do that on this side so you can also see it. We're going to roll the foot more towards the outside. That's going to start to open up the hip, and we can even get down low, and you'll really feel that stretch along the back of the glute. Once we've done both sides, we'll bring it up for a deep squat. When you're in the deepness of the squat, I want to feel and see that your heels are both down on the ground. Focus on bringing the chest up. You can drive your knees out with your elbows. I like to take a little prayer moment and stance. And from here, we can also rock side to side in the heels and get a little hip mobility and rotation. And then we're going to grab the toes. We're going to stretch up, round out the back. Bring and pull ourselves back down. Arms go up, stand tall, reach to the toes, pull yourself down into the hips, drive up. Again, good. From here, we're going to do 3 to 5 air squats. So weight stays in the heels. We're just gonna reach back and down with the hips, driving the knees out towards the side and keeping the chest up. And then arms out to a T. We're gonna do some small circles with palms facing down, gradually making those circles bigger. We're now gonna go palms up, backwards. Start with small circles, gradually open it up. I like to talk about how they say we need 7 hugs a day to feel lots of love. So if you're the only one giving yourself the hugs, go for 7. Cross over each arm. And then go up and over to touch the back of the same side of the shoulder. And that is your warm-up. Okay, now let's go through this whole warm-up in real time. Follow along with me. I will guide you as we do each prompt. Leg lifts, 5 per side. You can also do 10. We're gonna go out to a T, crossovers, 5 per side. I lost count, but 10 total. Heels to your glutes. Give me 5 glute hand bridges with a squeeze pause at the top. We're going to do 3 rolling V's. Come into the belly. We'll do 3 Supermans. Crossovers, scorpions. I'm gonna go 5 per side. Cobras, keep the glutes relaxed. Use the breath. In, out. In, out. Back for child's pose. Walk the hands over to the right. Walk the hands over to the left. Drive that armpit towards the ground to really feel the stretch. Back to neutral. Send it back and up for downward facing dog. We'll get 1 walk out and a push up. Walk it in. Walk it out. Bend the knees a little bit to get a stretch in the back of the calf. Take the left foot to the left hand. Hip and ankle circles clockwise and counterclockwise. 1 arm down, 1 arm up. Shoulder twists. Good. Other side. Great. Little moment to just get a little hip opener. And I'm going to where it feels a little tender, a little tight. Using my breath. Whenever you feel tightness, we're going to switch. That's where you can take a moment, breathe in, and as you're breathing out, focus on like pushing your breath towards that tightness that you feel. So for example, I'm going to go down, open up. I feel like a lot of tightness in the hip. So breathing in, as I breathe out, I imagine pushing the good breath in and the soreness out. Shoulder twists. And switch. deep squat, little hip and ankle rotations, little bounce in the mobility. Grab the toes, pull back down, arms up, down, pull, back up, a couple air squats. Arm circles, start small, get bigger. Palms facing up, start small, get bigger. Hugs across the chest. Up and over the shoulder. And now you're ready. Have a good day.